Hello everyone, welcome back to DevOps and Cloud with Arya. So today it is like the continuation of the topic discussion related to the Kubernetes for the config map. In previous video, we already talked about the deployment that we already have. In this case, it is the like nginx application, this one. Okay, and we discussed like is it possible to have like consistent value for all of the pod that we deploy to have like let's say we want to have them to show one index HTML, so they will be like automatically changed when we change the files. So is that possible? And the answer is yes, that's possible, and that can be done using the config map. But then first, if you feel like this video, this channel, and this playlist is helpful for you, don't forget to subscribe and also share this video to inside your social media. So now let's get started. So the config map. The config map idea in simple way to put it is like the key value pair that we can use inside our pod. So it's depend actually whether you want to be that only variable like key value simple like let's say we set the application version and the value is only like string, or even like you want to save some file inside of the config map as a variable. So let's say I have the variable called like index HTML or another HTML, and the content itself is the HTML file. So it's possible. So now let's try to do that. So the first thing is let's check whether we already have the config map here. kubectl get config map. Okay, now apparently there is a one kuberoot CA certificate for the config map in my cluster. So now let's create a new config map that will contain the index HTML and also another file to test. So I already prepared the config map here. The definition, it is like really simple. If you notice, the API version is one and the kind is different. Previously we also have like a service, we have the deployment, also we have the pod. So it's depend on what resource that you want to create. And then the next is the metadata. In this case, I want to name my config map as a nginx environment, and I have three data here. So the first one is the app version. I want to put this, and then the index HTML. The later I want to have like welcome to DevOps and Cloud with Arya as the index.html, and the action.html is like don't forget to subscribe and share this video to your social media. So that's the second file that I want to create using the config map. So whenever I access my pod, it should be like reflected in the response on the page on the browser itself. Okay, so now first let's apply the config map. kubectl apply -f the config map. See, it's simple. So now I already have the config map created, and let's get the config map again to check this one. And we also can get the specific nginx env, and let's do the check of the content. See, it is like same with the one that we created. Okay, so it is not a problem. So the next thing, the next step is actually we need to kind of modify the deployment that we have right now. So instead we need to this time let's use nano theme itself using deployment.yaml. Okay, so this is the current deployment definition that we have. So what we need to do is we need to put some additional configuration here under the spec and container, this one, to use the value from the config map. So let's try to do that inside the container here. Okay, this one. Okay, this, let's put that first is env. So this one I want to put like env variable, so later we can check inside the pod whether we can do the print of the value itself. Okay, so first is the name is app version, and the value from, it's quite like intuitive, right? The value from is config map key reference, and the key name is app version. Okay, And the name of the config map that I want to refer is the nginx env. Okay, that's the first thing. So now the question is it possible to have like the file of index HTML overwritten by the thing that we put in the config map? And the answer is yes, it's possible. So now let's put that also. Okay, wait a moment. It should be like, put that here. Let's make this same level. Volume mount. See the mount path. I think it's too much. Mount path is user share nginx HTML in this folder, right? And then the name is HTML, the name of the volume. So now I need to create the volumes. The volumes here is, see, volumes, the name is HTML. And then I need to configure like the config map. The name is like nginx dev, like we already created, and the items, the files, or yeah, the variable that we want to, to create as a file. So now the key is like index.html, and the path is same index.html, and then the another one is the key is action.html, and the path is action.html, something like this. Okay. Okay, now let's try kubectl apply -f deployment. Okay, let's just, oh wait, doesn't connect. Oh, there is something here. I think the indentation things. Okay, okay, wait a moment. Let me open this using the beautiful IDE instead. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, let's check the indentation. Should be good. It is under this, and then the volume, actually it should be good. Let's check again. F version key doesn't contain declare merge key. Ah, this one. Let's see. This one is the F version. It's correct. Value from key name. Should be good, I believe. Let's check again. It's like the name. Okay. The name. Okay. It's the value from the config key. It's already there. Okay. Maybe this one. Sorry, I think I need to put this around this one instead. Okay, and the volume. Okay, let's try again. Modified. Okay, let's for this. No problem for that. Okay, now it's configured. So let's check again. kubectl get deployment. See, it is like 8 seconds ago because I do force here. So it will be like a new deployment here. So now let's kubectl get pods. See, it's also like 18 seconds ago. And let's wait until the pod is running fine. It's like still creating the container. Kubectl describe pods. Let's check the status of this. Failed to, oh, ConfigMap nginx dev not found. Why? kubectl get ConfigMap. Let's see. Why? It's there. Okay, let's try again. And let's check what's the... It's there. I mean, the config map. Let me check whether I put something wrong here. It should be like, okay, this one is okay. The indentation is good. Yeah, it's good, I believe. And then why? Let's check. Oh, wait. Ah, this one. Ah, okay. Sorry, the name is different. Okay. Got it. Uh, A and V. Ah, my bad. Now let's try to deploy again. Yeah, the deployment should not be that long actually because of it is only simple nginx, then the image is already present in my computer, so it will not like pulling from the Docker Hub. Okay, now let's check the pods again, and okay, it's running fine. Now let's try to check inside of the pods. Bash and echo app version. This is the environment variable that we set. Okay, see, now it's working. I mean, like we already configured that the app version, the config map here is v10.11. Nice. And let's check whether like we are able to reload this one. Nice. And we got a new landing page. And the next is action.xml. See, don't forget to subscribe and please share this video in your social media. So yeah, so that's actually how we can configure the config map to be able to be read in the container on the pod. So later we can like configure our pod in the easy way. So let's say we need to put the new index or we need to put some we can use this config map. But the question is, let's say we want to configure the thing that is quite secret, the credential, let's say dot like application properties or even like .env files or something like that. Then how we can do that? And the answer is we can do that using something called secret, and we will like talk about secret in another video, because this is the end of the video that we discuss about the ConfiMap. Okay, again, if you feel that this video and this playlist or channel is useful, don't forget to subscribe and share into your social media. Again, don't forget to subscribe and thank you for watching.